Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNSFANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the latest buzz around the NFL, and more specifically around the Cleveland Browns, you already know that there's quite a lot of talk swirling about the future of our beloved team. And a lot of it centers around the idea that maybe, just maybe, it's time for a change at the top. A new direction that could potentially take us to the promised land. Recently, former Browns player Lee Bowden, a guy who spent 8 seasons in the league and knows a thing or two about winning and leadership, threw some serious shade on Kevin Stefanski's tenure and even suggested that the perfect move might be to bring in someone like Deion Sanders as the new head coach. Yeah, you heard that right, the Hall of Famer himself, Deion Prime Sanders, potentially leading the Browns. Bowden's comments didn't come out of nowhere. It's clear he's been thinking a lot about the current state of the Browns and what kind of leadership we need to push us over the edge. According to him, this might be the perfect time to shake things up, to go for a bold new vision that could restore this franchise's winning tradition. And honestly, it's not hard to see why he's thinking this way. The Browns have had their struggles lately, and while Stefanski has been a steady hand, there's a feeling among some fans and analysts alike that maybe it's time for a fresh face. Someone who commands respect not just with X's and O's, but with pure star power and charisma. That's where Deion comes into the picture. Now, the interesting part is Bowden's idea of a possible reunion, a father-son duo reuniting in Northeast Ohio. He pointed out how Deion Sanders has done incredible things at the college level with Colorado, transforming that program and attracting top talent. And he believes that Sanders' star power, coupled with his undeniable charisma, could do wonders for the Browns, both in recruiting talented players and in energizing the locker room. Bowden didn't hold back when comparing Prime and his son Shedeur to NFL legends like Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, saying they could be just as great if given the right shot. That's some high praise, but for Browns fans desperate for a change and a spark, it's a compelling idea. Of course, it's one thing to dream about a primetime coaching legend guiding your team, and another to actually make it happen. But Bowden's point is clear. Deion Sanders isn't just a charismatic personality. He's a proven winner at the college level, and more importantly, a guy who commands respect. Now, some folks might wonder if Sanders could translate that success to the NFL, but Bowden believes he has what it takes. He pointed out that Sanders, as a Hall of Famer, would easily earn the respect of a locker room full of pros. Respect is everything in this league, and Prime has it in spades. Plus, his track record at Colorado, despite the rough start this season, shows he has the ability to turn around programs and build winning cultures from the ground up. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The Browns are in a tricky spot right now, and the season hasn't gone as planned. The team has shown flashes of brilliance, but inconsistency has plagued us all year. The quarterback situation has been a roller coaster, especially with Deshaun Watson's ups and downs, and there's always a debate about whether Stefanski's game plans are enough to get us deep into the playoffs. Bowden didn't shy away from criticizing some of Stefanski's decisions, especially the way he handled Shedeur Sanders' debut at Colorado. According to Bowden, it was baffling that Shedeur didn't get any first-team reps until just before his first start. That kind of hesitation or mismanagement is exactly what fans don't want to see, especially when your young quarterback is trying to find his footing. This kind of debate isn't new in Cleveland. We're always looking for that next step, that spark that can turn a good team into a Super Bowl contender. And with the AFC North as competitive as ever, every move counts. The Ravens, Bengals, and Steelers are all formidable and hungry, so the Browns need to be bold if they want to stay ahead. Bowden's suggestion to bring in Sanders isn't just about replacing Stefanski. It's about reimagining what this team can be, about cultivating a winning culture that's built on respect, star power, and a fresh approach. Now, what about Shedeur Sanders? The kid is getting his first start this weekend against the Las Vegas Raiders because Dillon Gabriel is injured. That's a big deal for Colorado, of course, but it's also a sign that the Sanders family is making waves in the football world. Bowden sees this as the start of a new era. one where the Sanders name could become synonymous with success in the NFL. He's not just a fanboy dreaming about a father and son leading the Browns. He genuinely believes that Prime could help turn the franchise around, bring a new energy, and maybe, just maybe, bring a Lombardi trophy back to Lake Erie. Now let's step back for a moment and analyze how realistic all this is. Deion Sanders has no coaching experience at the NFL level, yet. But his success in college, his ability to recruit top talent, and his charismatic leadership style could be exactly what Cleveland needs to turn the page. Browns fans know all about building a culture, about instilling that never-say-die attitude, and Prime has proven he can inspire players at every level. Plus, with Deshaun Watson's talent and the weapons around him, Prime's leadership could finally unlock the true potential of this offense. Looking ahead, the Browns have a lot to consider. We're in a good position to make a playoff push if everything clicks, but there's always room for growth. The defense, led by stars like Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward, has shown flashes of dominance, but consistency is key. Offensively, if Deshaun can stay healthy and develop that rhythm, we could be a team nobody wants to face come postseason time. The truth is, Cleveland is always hungry for that winning edge, and maybe, just maybe, the answer lies in thinking outside the box, in embracing boldness and star power. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the Browns are at a crossroads. The AFC North is a brutal division, and every game counts. We need leadership that can unify the team, energize the fan base, and push us to the Super Bowl. Deion Sanders might seem like a long shot, but in today's NFL, bold moves are often what separate the contenders from the pretenders. Whether it's coaching changes, strategic shifts, or player development, Browns fans want to see their team reach new heights, and maybe that's exactly what we're talking about here. A new era, driven by a leader who commands respect both on and off the field, who understands what it takes to win at the highest level. And speaking of winning, remember that, Browns fans, we have a rich history of resilience. We've seen tough seasons, heartbreaks, but also incredible moments of triumph. Our team has always been about fighting back, about believing in the process, and about dreaming big. So whether it's Stefanski sticking around or a bold new hire like Sanders stepping in, what matters most is that Cleveland keeps pushing forward. We're hungry for success, and we deserve a team that reflects our passion, our grit, and our never-say-die attitude. As I wrap this up, I want to remind everyone that the NFL is a league of surprises. Sometimes the biggest shakeups come from the most unexpected places. Cleveland has always been a city of fighters, and our Browns are no different. No matter what happens in the coming weeks, one thing is clear. The future is wide open, and the possibilities are endless. We've got talented players, a passionate fan base, and now perhaps the perfect storm of change on the horizon. Stay tuned, Browns fans, because this ride is just getting started, and trust me, it's going to be one hell of a season. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news.